Knack on the PS4. My last video was cut off by the PS4's internal hard drive recorder. I picked up this parts detector. I don't even remember what it said when it cut me off because the image that was displayed on that screen is blocked by the recording software. And I couldn't take a screenshot of it, so I don't know what the heck's going on with this thing. But at any rate, it's probably some annoying feature of this game that serves no purpose to me, quite frankly. This game is... I spent a bunch of my last video, Chapter 2-1, just ranting about the current state of consoles right now. And unfortunately, I was vamping because the game's not very interesting. It's an extremely linear... it's a very linear 3D brawler, I would say. It's Bayonetta without all the boss fights and the pole dancing. And if you've been watching my videos, you're starting to see how the structure works. You push up, you move forward, you go to an arena, you fight a few enemies, then you press forward, go to the next arena, fight some more enemies, lather, rinse, repeat. I haven't really gotten any meaningful I haven't really gotten any meaningful upgrades here. I don't think I've grown at all. I haven't got my magic mushroom, so I'm not super knack yet. I filled up my sunstones here, but I haven't bothered to use it yet because, well, I don't need to. It's just a screen clearing bomb as far as I'm concerned. So I'm dying a lot, but there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of strategy of the combat. It's just, dodge and attack and mash on the attack button to do a 3-hit combo, and then the enemy dies. So there's not a lot of strategy of the combat really at all. Not a lot of diversity in the options for combat either. It's just, like I said, most of the games just, and then of course every once in a while you get a cutscene like this. And the characters aren't that interesting. I mean, I guess Knack is kind of interesting. The story is light on, eye-rolling comedy, I guess. No big-lipped alligator moments. But it's a largely unremarkable game so far. I'm gonna get through this, see if I can defeat these guys by just jump attacks. Oh yeah, double circle. Here's my shockwave. Down they go. I can do another one too. Got my health too. Yes, that worked out too well. So I'm glad I was saving all my special attacks. I got a trophy, by the way, for completing a chapter. For hoarding sunstone crystals without using any special attacks. So they call that a hoarding trophy. Well, my bar's larger. Oh, I'm super knack now, okay. Who wants some? Double circle. I'm getting bigger. I don't really like Knack's face, but the rest of him seems like an okay idea. Like I say, he's like a gravity well. I kind of like that.
Thanks, Knack.
Like I said, I mean, the combat's basically just a bunch of this. You know what I mean? See, like that. It's just the entire game's on rails. You go into an arena, you beat up a bunch of mobs, you beat up a mob in the arena like this. Then when you're done, you press forward and advance to the next arena, fight the next mob, lather, rinse, repeat. That's all there is here. Whoops, just took a hit there. I was expecting that. These guys are good. Yeah, Super Knack has a long reach, so I can just punch these guys. Give me that. See? Next arena. Destroy this mob, clear out the mob, lather, rinse, repeat, go to the next room. Get some sunstones along the way. Defeat this mob. Remember what I said? I just compared this to Bayonetta. This is basically a distillation of what Platinum games are doing anyway. Whoops. Wrong button. Wrong button. I pressed the circle button I didn't mean to. So I wasted the sunstones I had. Those little yellow stones I've been collecting. Like, basically punching them. But yeah, this thing's pretty unremarkable. I mean, I know it's a $5 game. It's not even a rental. This game was a launch title.
Just a sec, Doc.
Everything about this game feels like a, leftover project, get it out the door. Like, don't bother refining it. Don't bother, adding a really interesting, progression system. Don't bother adding any interesting weapons, really. Just don't give people options. Don't give people... I mean, put some secret items every now and then, but this is really like a Dreamcast platformer. If you had told me this game came out on the Dreamcast in 1999, I would totally believe you. Whoops, forgot to dodge. Like I said, right now it just kind of feels like a PS3 game that finally got released in the PS4. Must have been in development for a decade. If you told me this game was in development for a decade, I would believe you. It's that unremarkable at this point. Making it a launch title makes it sound even worse. Because it almost makes it sound like, you know, they weren't even... Like, almost makes it sound like, okay, we can't release it on the PS3 because it's being discontinued. Let's at least see if we can make some money off it. This might be the definitive version of Knack. It doesn't even run that well. I mean, 30 FPS usually, but 25 FPS occasionally. There's a lot of dips. I've noticed them. Which you really wouldn't expect from a PS4, an in-house PS4 game from Japan. And these guys make it sound like it's hard to do a PS4 game. Of course, it's an early generation PS4 game, but I mean, you're telling me that this game, I mean, this game looks like a first generation PS3 game in terms of design. So you're telling me they can't even do this on a PS4 with, okay, they improved the resolution, but I guess they didn't optimize it really much. I mean, you gotta get at least a steady 30 FPS out of a game like this, as undemanding as this thing is. Might as well be, you know, God of War on the PS2. God of War on the PS2 runs better than this game does. That game was 60 FPS. Well, most of the time on the PS2. That game is like 20 years old, isn't it? And this game can barely get 30 FPS. Yeah, God of War Remastered has like a 60 FPS, right? Like it's 1080p 30 FPS. They're 1080p 60 FPS, right? I'll check. Because I know the PS2 version was yeah, I know the PS2 version was 60 FPS because I bought it twice. But they're even selling copies of it at the Five Below. I want to say I played it about 5 years ago. But I wasn't recording games back then. Which reminds me, I need to finally get around to doing my Xenoblade Chronicles video. Because I was able to, I stacked up a bunch of discounts and got the game at a real good price. So I don't feel, and since I already own a Wii U, I don't feel so bad about shelling out a bunch of money like I did the first time I paid for it. Because literally the only reason I paid for it the first time was because I had a bunch of store credit.
Now this is more like it.
And then I didn't even have a Wii, I didn't even have a Wii at the time I bought it. I ended up buying another Wii.
Just like this?
Just so I can play it. And then I didn't play anything else. But now I have Fortune Street, and now I have, I got Fortune Street, I got Xenoblade, I got, well, I always had Excite Truck.
I found a cave that was...
There was one other game I wanted to get too, but, I mean, I'm not going to worry about, like, Metroid Prime Trilogy. Did Metroid Prime Trilogy come out on the Wii? I'll check. They might have also messed up the, they might have also messed up the interface. I mean, obviously, if I can't, I might be able to use a GameCube adapter. I don't know, but I'm not gonna play any GameCube games on this thing. I mean, I can't even play Wii games. I mean, I can play Wii games on this Wii U, obviously, but now that I have my PS4, I'm probably never gonna touch that thing again. I mean, I'll end up playing Mario. What is it? Mario Maker, obviously, because you know I have to. Basically, it's the reason I bought the Wii U. I was able to get Mario Maker with it at a good price.
And the result was you.
Of course, all those crappy PS3 and 360 games I had to sell to buy it probably should have told you. Probably should have tipped you off. So are we done? We in Chapter 3? Can I stave? We're still in Chapter 2? So, okay. This game is lame. I'm not going to waste any more time playing it. So, Knack 2. No, sorry. Knack 1 on the PS4. Yeah. I don't want to say it's bad, it's just meh. Just 5,000 pounds of meh.